Good morning. I'm meteorologist Valerie Smock, and we are here in the weather office doing a digital update for you, just letting you know more on what's happening for this coastal storm. It's something that we've been tracking for several days now. And while we're not going to see the highest impacts from this storm, there are some locations that are picking up 2 feet of snow, blizzard conditions, high surf. It is going to be very rough the farther east you get. But I want to talk about what's happening here at home as we are on that western fringe, and some of our worst of the conditions are already starting to wrap up. So let me get the graphics up for you just to give you a better idea as to what we're going to see here. If you are across the Lackawanna, Wyoming Valley areas, the Back Mountain, we'll be picking up around a trace to 2 inches of snow. I checked before I came in here from the backyard, and we already had about a ½ inch of snow. It's been a steady, light snow throughout the morning. It started shortly after Andy said he got to work. It wasn't too bad when I was coming into work this morning, but we did have that steady, light snow throughout the morning there in the backyard. Now we are going to be picking up across the Poconos 1 to 4 inches of snow. This includes the Hamlin Highway up 380 through Gouldsboro, Tobyhanna. It includes the Honesdale area and even down near Pottsville. Now if you are in Pike County, there is a potential that here or there you could be picking up around 5 inches of snow. And on top of that, cold air will be pulled down from the north because of this strengthening storm. So as this coastal low moves up the New England coast, we are on the fringe, and we are mainly going to be looking at snow here along and east of Interstate 81. And that's going to be really where we see the biggest impacts from this. But here's this low pressure system. It continues to move north and east up the eastern seaboard. And that's already where you see those darker areas of purple or that bluish purple. That's where you're picking up the heaviest snow. That includes the Boston area, even down through parts of the New Jersey coastline. And we've seen some snow even as far south as the Carolinas. For us here locally, not as big of a deal. We do have some snow that has been continuously falling along and east of 81, and where you are seeing some of those darker areas of bluish purple. I like to call it like periwinkle or amethyst. That's the color I like to call it. That's where we are picking up some of the heavier bouts of snow this morning. Now I drew this red line earlier just to show you this map is on a 3-hour loop where we've seen the snow as far west as it's gone. So this has made it over toward the Bloomsburg area, so through parts of Columbia County, even a few snowflakes not out of the question in parts of Sullivan County, but this has been throughout Wyoming County, Luzerne County, into the Back Mountain, even through Schuylkill County. And now it's really started to edge farther east, and it's not snowing as much in those far western zones. So as we take that closer look, some of the steadier snowfall around the Forest City area, just north of Whitehaven, so south and east of the Nanticoke area, around Broadheadsville. Milford is one of those places where we could easily pick up some of the higher snow totals, so it's something we'll keep an eye on. We haven't had any reports coming in yet, so if you do have any, send it our way and just let us know what you're seeing in your neighborhood. Right now, here's our view from our WNEP roof camera. You can see the flag blowing around. It is on the windy side, and this is just the start of what's going to be a windy day. You can see some of that snow is kind of blowing sideways, but everybody seems to be moving along okay on 81. Did get a report from Ryan Leckie earlier. It was about 7:30, and he said he was traveling around 7:30 on 81 south from Scranton to Wilkes-Barre, and the roads seemed okay. The side streets were a little dicier, but the main roads seemed to be okay. It is 8 degrees right now with that light snow. Winds are out of the north to 14 miles per hour. Now, mind you, these are the sustained winds. Those gusts can get a little higher. Current temperatures, several locations in the single digits. This is just the second part of what's going to be an active day. We got 3 parts here that we're talking about. We have the coastal storm bringing the snow. We have the cold air. That's the second part. And the third one is the wind. You combine the two and it just feels even colder. But we do have these single digit temperatures right now. New Milford, Gouldsboro at 4 degrees, 1 in Mansfield, 3 in Morris. We are at least in the double digits in Williamsport, Selinsgrove, Schuylkill Haven, where we are up to 14 degrees. Now, these are your sustained wind speeds, anywhere from 9 to 26 miles per hour. So this combined with the already cold air is going to make it feel even colder. So these are just some of the wind chills coming in here. Scranton, it feels like 8 below zero. Mount Pocono, it feels like 16 degrees below zero. Now, I do want to point out that we have wind chill advisories out for the northern tier. That also includes northern Clinton, Lycoming, Sullivan, and Wyoming County. So those counties points north, you're under a wind chill advisory until 11 o'clock this morning. Carbon and Monroe County, you are also under a wind chill advisory, but that's going to be tonight into Sunday morning. On top of that, we have a winter weather advisory in Pike County, and that's going to be until Saturday at 1 o'clock. So future clouds and radar, this is what we're seeing here. This is going to be primarily, from this point on, 81 on east. Doesn't mean you won't see anything farther to the west. It's just going to be less likely. So this will continue off and on through the western zones. So west of 81 is going to be kind of off and on. Everybody else will be a little bit steadier with snowfall through the late morning. Once we get into the afternoon, it's really a different story. That snow really backing off from west-northwest to east-southeast. So there will still be some snow lingering in parts of Schuylkill, Carbon, Monroe, Pike, and Wayne County. Everybody else will really kind of be wrapping up that snow. You're not going to see anything left over, maybe just a few snowflakes, maybe a few flurries. But once we get to about 3 o'clock, it's pretty much done, and you're not going to see anything past that. And you're good to go through the overnight hours. If anything, maybe a flurry or two on the back edge of that system as it pulls away. But we are pretty good to go past that. So again, your snowfall totals through the Lackawanna, Wyoming Valley areas, including the Back Mountain. It also includes Susquehanna County, northern Wayne County, down through Columbia, southern Northumberland County, southern Montour County. That's going to be about a trace to 2 inches of snow. The majority of Schuylkill County, Carbon, Monroe, Pike, and the majority of Wayne County will be under that 1 to 4 inch range. Pike County, as we are farther east, it's not out of the question that you could pick up close to about 5 inches of snow here or there. So keep that in mind. The farther east you get, the more snow you will get. As we break down the weekend, today is going to be a cloudy day. We have snow to the east. On top of that, it's going to be windy and cold. Gusty north wind to more than 20 miles per hour, depending on where you are. I'll show you that here in just a second, but 18 degrees your expected high. Yeah, the wind on top of that, feels even worse. Now, Sunday is going to be a partly sunny day, still cold, a little warmer than today, but still cold. The good news is it's not going to be as windy, and you get that sunshine, so that just makes it feel even better. All right, your wind gust for the valleys today. These are going to be those ones that kind of come in real quick. It's just kind of like a real quick punch to you. The sustained winds are the ones that are the constant winds, and those can still be sustained winds to about 20-25 miles per hour, but these gusts will get even higher, up to 30 miles per hour or more, especially as you head through the evening. So right around dinner time, that's when those winds are going to be the highest. That's going to be in the valleys. In the hilltops, winds can gust to more than 40 miles per hour, even getting to near 50 miles per hour. It does slowly improve into the overnight hours, but it's still going to be pretty rough. So that combined with the actual air temperature will be even worse. I want to look at my notes here for a second. Yeah, 7 degrees is where we're going to be for tonight. So that's going to be feeling even worse. And that's why Carbon and Monroe County is under that wind chill advisory tonight into tomorrow. So overall, what we're looking at is that coastal low. The snow is already taking over the northeast. Steadiest snow in the morning. It's already starting to back off, but those highest totals will be in our far eastern zones. And once that snow is wrapping up, that's when the winds will start to ramp up. So that's going to be into the afternoon. Gusts in spots, especially the hilltops, can get to near 50 miles per hour. And then we have those bitter wind chills Saturday and Saturday night. For your forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, windy and cold. 7 the overnight low. For tomorrow, partly sunny and cold. It's not going to be as windy. 23 degrees for your high. Now, mind you, average high and low this time of year, average high is 36, average low is 20. We are going to improve. It's going to take some time, but we do have a warm up coming for the midweek, and then that is going to be followed by more cold air as we head toward next weekend. But windy and frigid for your Saturday, 18 your high. There will be that snow for far eastern zones, primarily along and east of 81. That's where most of it is going to be. Doesn't mean you won't see anything farther west than that. It's just not going to be as likely to see the most snow. Partly sunny for your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Temperatures moderating each day. Finally, on Tuesday, we are getting back up above average. We haven't done that in what seems like quite some time. For your Wednesday, there will be a chance for some late day rain. That's also Groundhog Day. So Tuesday is your first day of February. Groundhog Day is on Wednesday. We're back up to 45 degrees. It's going to feel just downright balmy at that point. It's like break out the shorts. By Thursday, we are looking at rain showers. It looks to be a pretty steady, heavier rain. It's also going to be breezy, and we're near 50 degrees. We are at 48, and then we're going to knock that down by 20 degrees on Friday. So we're going from 48 to 28. With rain changing to snow. It looks like we'll see a little bit of a mixing Thursday night into Friday, so it's still kind of far out, so things can change, but that's what we're looking at now. But other than that, we at least get some sunshine to start the week. We are dealing with some rain, but temperatures will be back up in the 40s, and then 28 degrees is your expected high come Friday. So that colder air is going to be coming back in. We just have at least some nice weather in the meantime. So one more quick look at your actual snowfall map. Trace to 2 inches of snow through the Lackawanna and Wyoming Valley areas, and 1 to 4 inches of snow in the Poconos. This snow is already starting to wrap up slowly from west to east, so we still have a little bit more time to get through this storm, but we are already starting to see things wrapping up. But once we get that snow out of the way, that's when those winds are really going to pack a punch. Gust up to about 30 or so miles per hour in the valleys to more than 40 miles per hour in the hilltops. That can also cause some blowing and drifting snow, and that will be an issue for the areas that have already picked up some snow so far today. So that is going to be another concern for you on top of just being windy and being cold. Now, Allie's going to be here later tonight, and she will have some of the latest updates, snowfall totals. So make sure you send those in on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever you have. Email us. Just definitely send those totals in so we can get those posted on air, as Allie will be here later today. And you can always have the latest updates on air and online at WNEP.com.